I was a court evaluator today. That's a role in a guardianship. That's a role in a guardianship proceeding where, and a guardianship is where one adult person is petitioning to be the guardian of another adult person. And a role in that case is a court evaluator. The court, meaning a judge, appoints a person with that title and that role to speak with the alleged incapacitated person, to interview family members, to take a look at the finances and the living conditions and medical arrangements and all of the circumstances of the person and property of that alleged incapacitated person, and then issue a report and testify at a hearing. So that's in fact what I did. I'll speak generally about this case. So the guardianship presents itself by an order to show cause. That's a case, a situation where there's an immediate, quick turnaround. Immediate, quick. And, immediate and quick, sort of oxymorons in the court, and maybe even in life in general, because the case was filed about, 35 days ago. So 35 days or so from the date of filing to the date of hearing, that's a pretty quick turnaround. In real life, you might want a few days, but 35 days is pretty quick. And in that time, my role and other things are taking place, and other people have different specific tasks. But the position that I had and the role that I had was to meet and speak with the alleged incapacitated person and determine from a non-medical perspective, just as an attorney, whether or not the person had the ability to understand and request an attorney, whether they had an appreciation for their circumstances and disability, whether they were a danger to themselves or others, and from that person and from other persons involved in the case, find out what their property was, what level of assets they had as a cursory look, and then what income they had. So is it a pension? Is it Social Security? Is it a retirement income? Are they on disability? Those type of things. What medicine is the person on? Do they have a condition, a diagnosis, diabetes, a heart condition? Do they need supplements, infusions, vitamins? Do they need a feeding tube? So all of those issues. And then a written report is done and submitted to the court. And that's a private document. It's confidential. So the court itself reads that document. And then upon request and with permission, the report could be given to other people that are involved in the case. In this particular case, I delivered the report to court, and I was not permitted to disseminate that report to other people in the case, right? So the petitioning attorney or an attorney that might be working for another family member fighting against it. And I guess due to the confidential nature of the report and the content of the report, it wasn't given. And then I testified today in the narrative. The narrative is where I just speak in one long stream of consciousness. So with the ability for the court to ask me questions, make further inquiry, and for the counsel involved in the case to cross-examine me. So my testimony went something like, I was appointed on this date, and I made sure there were no conflicts, and I filed the certain documents, meaning that I accepted the case and that I was eligible to be appointed, and I'm on a list of attorneys. And I had to speak to the issue of who was served and whether I got the documentation and whether or not jurisdiction was appropriate, meaning this was in a certain county and was the case filed in the proper county. Right? Not that a person owns property in Kings County, it's being filed in Orange County or Monroe. So in this case, there was jurisdiction. Then I continued to testify about who I met and what I spoke about, and whether or not a series of other things, and then at the end, I supported the petition, the application for the appointment of a guardian for this person. And that was how my day went today. So if you have any questions about guardianship, reach out, take a look at the website, see further videos, frankbrunolaw.com.